Today we're taking a look at the Philadelphia 76ers vs Golden State Warriors match, which is happening on Monday, April 19, 2021, and giving you my betting tips and predictions in general on this game. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. Only 1 month of basketball remains. Every game means more and could be the difference in a team's playoff seed, or whether it even makes it. As one of the favorites in the Eastern Conference, earning the number 1 seed and home court advantage throughout the playoffs could be a difference maker for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Sixers currently hold the first seed, but Brooklyn is biting at their heels, just 1.5 games back. Where exactly the Golden State Warriors land in the standings means much less to them. Golden State sits 9th in the West, which makes them eligible for the play-in game. If you do not know how the system works, basically the numbers 7 to 10 teams will face off for the final 2 playoff spots. While Warriors sit 9th, working their way up or down is much more difficult. They are 5 games back of the 6th seed and 3 ahead of the 11th seed. The Philadelphia 76ers have won 4 straight games as they increase their lead in the Eastern Conference. The Sixers look to keep their winning streak going Monday when they face the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors are fighting for their playoff lives in the Western Conference, so every game is critical for them. The Sixers beat the Warriors back on March 23 at Golden State by the score of 108-98. Then the Warriors score the upset Monday. So here's my first betting suggestion for that game. This is a brutal stretch of games for the Golden State Warriors. They played Saturday night in Boston against a surging Celtics team and suffered a tough loss. Now they have to face the best team in the conference on the road. With James Wiseman out for the season and Eric Paschall out until late April, the Warriors have a pretty weak front line. That does not bode well for their chances of beating the team with the most dominant big man in the league in Embiid. Embiid has scored more than 35 points over his last 6 games, and he will certainly make it 7 in a row with 35 or more points. Curry will have to overcome the intense defense Ben Simmons can bring with his size and athleticism on ball. And if he can get by that, Embiid will be waiting in the paint. This pair against opposing teams' best players is largely why Philadelphia's defense is stifling. On the other end of the court, Philly's size should overwhelm the Warriors' defense. Golden State already ranks 3rd worst in rebounds per 100 possessions per Basketball Reference. Now they will need to try to focus on keeping Embiid, Simmons and Dwight Howard off the glass and out of the paint. Against the undersized Warriors, Embiid should have the opportunity to dominate and boost his MVP odds. If Philadelphia can slow down Curry, it should have the edge in this one. My first betting advice for that game is to pick 76ers minus 6.5. The Golden State Warriors took on the Boston Celtics Saturday night, losing 119-114. The Warriors tied it up late at 113, but then the Celtics pulled away over the final minute. Steph Curry had a huge night with 47 points, raining 11 of 19 from 3-point range. Stephen Curry has been a one-man wrecking crew for the Warriors since the beginning of April. His 39.9 points per game this month are nearly 9.8 more than the next closest scorer, who he happens to be playing against in this game. The most impressive part is that Curry's scoring has come in a hyper-efficient manner too. His field goal percentage this month is 55.6% and his 3-point percentage is 49.2%. Unfortunately, Curry's offensive dominance has not helped the Warriors' win total as much as you'd think. Golden State is still just 5-5 in April and 5-4 when Curry plays. His scoring has helped the Warriors' offensive rating climb from 20th in the league on the season to 14th this month, according to NBA Advanced Stats. However, as Golden State's offense improved, its defense has fallen. Golden State ranks 9th in defensive rating this season, but it ranks 16th in April. The defensive issues could be down to injuries. The Warriors are currently without 2 starters, Kelly Oubre Jr. and James Wiseman. While neither is a world beater on defense, They're both athletic and two of Golden State's tallest players. This has put the Warriors in a big hole as they struggle to match up with the opposing team's bigs. Against Philly's elite defense, Curry's hot streak will be put to its ultimate test. They will need him to overcome the challenge if they hope to pull the upset. Andrew Wiggins added 22 points while Kent Bazemore chipped in with 16 points. The Warriors shot 51% from the floor but had 17 turnovers to just 9 for Boston. The loss drops the Warriors to 28-29. They are 9th in the Western Conference, 2 games behind Memphis. The Sixers have been surging since Joel Embiid returned from injury. The possible league MVP has been dominating and has led the Sixers to 4 straight wins and wins in 5 of their last 6 games. And their wins have been impressive as they won at Dallas and then beat Brooklyn and the LA Clippers. The wins have improved the Sixers' record to 39-17. They hold a 1-game lead over the Nets in the Eastern Conference. Philadelphia was able to take down the Nets and the Clippers in its past 2 games to gain control of the Eastern Conference. Once Brooklyn is back to full strength, having home court advantage could be the difference between a trip to the NBA Finals and an Eastern Conference Finals exit. Their pursuit of the East's top seed could be Joel Embiid's chance to take over in the MVP race. He currently sits at plus 250 odds to win the award behind only Nikola Jokic at minus 250 at DraftKings. Denver recently lost Jamal Murray, and if they hit a cold streak, Jokic could slip. Embiid has also helped his case on the court in recent games. In April, he is averaging 30.1 points per game, second only to Curry, and 1.7 blocks per game. His success has directly correlated to team success too, as the Sixers are 6-1 in games with Embiid in April. Similar to Curry though, Embiid's offense is badly needed by his team. In April, Philly's offensive rating of 111.3 ranks 20th, according to NBA.com. What makes Philly elite though is its elite defense. The 76ers' defensive rating is all the way down at 104.0 this month, which is the top in the league. Against Golden State, Philly's elite defense has one job: slow Curry. Unfortunately, as April has shown, this is much easier said than done. The good news is Embiid should have a major size advantage down low in this game and be able to dominate on offense. The Sixers are coming off a 106-103 win over the Clippers on Friday night. Embiid led the Sixers with 36 points and 14 rebounds, while Furkan Korkmaz added 18 points. Ben Simmons added 12 points with 9 rebounds and 6 assists, while Danny Green scored 12 points. The Sixers played without their second leading scorer, Tobias Harris, who has a knee injury. Harris is questionable for Monday's game against the Warriors, as is Dwight Howard and Seth Curry. So here is my second betting suggestion for that game. The Warriors are 2-6 ATS in their last 8 road games and 4-1 ATS in their last 5 games overall. The 76ers are 7-3 ATS in their last 10 games following an ATS loss and 0-4 ATS in their last 4 home games. The under is 12-5 in Warriors' last 17 road games. The under is 6-1 in 76ers' last 7 overall. The Warriors are 2-11 ATS in the last 13 meetings in Philadelphia and 3-9 ATS in the last 12 meetings. The Philadelphia 76ers have been in great shape as they've won 7 of their past 9 games overall, and they will be aiming to build on their current 4-game win streak after outlasting the Clippers in a 106-103 home win on Friday. Joel Embiid led the team with 36 points and 14 rebounds. Furkan Korkmaz added 18 points, while Ben Simmons chipped in with 12 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 blocks. As a team, the 76ers shot just 42% from the field and 14 of 44 from the three-point line, but this win was about their defense as they held the Clippers to just 20 points in the first quarter to take an early 17-point lead before going on a pivotal 9-2 run late in the fourth quarter to escape with the hard-fought win. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over. Now for some stats and trends. Warriors are 0-5 ATS in their last 5 road games versus a team with a winning home record. Warriors are 1-4 ATS in their last 5 road games versus a team with a home winning percent of greater than .600. Sixers are 16-11 at home ATS. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.